With the Gateway Arch welcoming us in the background, a look at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Cincinnati Reds and the St. Louis Cardinals. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Anthony DeSclafani gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, left-handed hitters, they've had their way with him, hitting over 300 against him this season. We'll see if he makes any adjustments in this one.
Gene Segura heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Gene Segura.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. And he's going to have extra bases on the first pitch of the night. And he will get there with the game's first hit, a leadoff double.
And you know what, guys? I think this is what you call an early statement right there. This is the first pitch of the game, and he doesn't just go after it. He lashes at this thing. He's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double. Hello.
Mookie Betts will stride forward, currently sitting in 6th place in the race for the National League hitting crown.
Well, for me, that's just really impressive for a guy his age. It's always exciting to see young players blossoming into stars right before your eyes.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And, Eric, as we take a look at the Cardinals entering play here tonight, well, they've been playing some pretty good baseball, 5-2 over their last 7.
And it hasn't been the best year for them, but at least they're finishing strong. That says a lot for their manager and the type of team that I think these guys can become.
Throw on to first, in time, 1 away. A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. What's this lineup got to do tonight to get a W on the road, Steve?
You know, these guys fall out of bed every morning and hit. They're leading the league in hits right now, so that really makes it tough on an opposing defense and a pitching staff. So if they just keep the approach that they've had so far, they're golden.
Smoke toward third. Only play is going to be at first, so that'll go as an RBI that brings home the opening marker of the ball game.
Manufactured run right there. You get the double to start the inning off, and then it's all about get him over and get him in. And 2 straight groundouts do that job.
Corey Dickerson will step forward now. Currently 3rd in the National League batting race to begin play.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. There are the batting leaders in the National League, of which we spoke just a moment ago. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Now a ball rolled softly to second. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter,
Albert Pujols will stand in. A big power threat here, to say the least. Currently 3rd in home runs in the National League.
And he's also in the top 10 in batting average and RBIs, so not just hitting those home runs. He's having a great year overall at the plate.
And here's a called strike to the 36-year-old veteran. It's 0-1. And there is the full list of home run leaders we alluded to a moment ago. A runner on first with 2 away. And he falls behind 0-2. Hit hard up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Yeah, and you know, he just couldn't put him away here with 2 strikes. He goes to the fastball, hoping to get out of the inning, but this is hit pretty hard, and now he's got a second man on base to deal with, 2 away.
Charlie Blackmon will stand in now as the National League's leading hitter entering play.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Now here's a spot with a run home already. That looks nice on the scoreboard. But if you could put up a 2 or even a 3 spot here in the first, that could really go a long way against a guy like this.
Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Hit sharply toward the right side. Thompson is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Reds 1, the Cardinals coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Irvin Santana, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he's got over 200 innings, which tells me he's thrown deep into a lot of ball games. Looking to do the same here in this one.
Joe Panik is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And, Eric, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
And on top of that, they've already spotted their starter an early lead in this one, so they're going to let their guy work with the lead right away.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Segura has it. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Not the way you want to start the bottom of the first. This is a play that needs to be made, but instead, they allow a speedy leadoff man to reach base.
Here's Leonis Martin as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 10 home runs and 37 RBIs. Nobody out, runner on first. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. And he's not stopping as third base coach Jose Oquendo's waving him in. And to score is the runner from first. It's 1-1. So a run batted in there on the double as they've come back to tie the game at 1 in the opening frame. Josh Donaldson will dig in. 1 for 4 with a triple in last night's game. Santana comes set. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Oh, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Nice comeback here to get it 0-2. And now you've got to put that early run behind you and make sure that this doesn't get any worse.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. No one out with a runner at second. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
A classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself for the first out, but it's a productive one as the runner moves up to third. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. EK, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, they have to expect that Josh Donaldson is going to step it up soon. Still, without an RBI in this series, he's going to be looking to get off the schneid today. He's too good a run producer to get shut down all series long.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Kyle Schwarber is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
And now with that runner on third and one away, you need to stay smart at the plate, realizing that they might be working around you to put you on. So you can't go up there chasing some pitches out of the zone.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
That high fastball is definitely a pitch guys will pop up, and that's what he's looking for on the mound. So that's good restraint to hold back and not swing.
Well, obviously not biting on the first two, so they'll go ahead and give him the freebie here.
You talk about the ultimate sign of respect. First inning, they're not even going to try to make him fish. It's just, here, take first. I've got a feeling that might not be the last time we see this.
C.J. Cron comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Now at the plate, you're looking for something up in the zone. Try and keep it in the air. Make sure you don't hit into a double play.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Cabrera for 1. On to Encarnacion, and it's in time for the double play, and the inning is over. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Back with more on our Wednesday night showcase right after this. Nick Castellanos makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Nick Castellanos.
First offering on its way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up on that inside corner or this guy will bury you.
Grounded back up the middle. Panic with the dive. Oh, and he loses it on the exchange from glove to hand, and he won't have a play.
Sometimes it's just better to be lucky than good. This ball's not hit hard at all, but it's in a spot where it's going to work out perfectly for him. And he's on base to start this inning with an infield single.
Derek Norris will stand in now as we check out how he did in August versus how he's finishing off the season down the stretch here in September. First delivery to him on the way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Well, Matt, with Ross behind the plate, hitters know they need to expand the strike zone a little bit. He likes to ring it up when it's on the black or even a little off of it.
Oh, and that looked like the very definition of flailing there. It's even at 1. You get that feeling? That'll be a pitch we see a lot of as this game goes along.
And when he's throwing that thing good, a lot of times that's where it winds up. So these guys are going to have to prove they can lay off that thing in the dirt or they're going to keep seeing it.
Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Rips this one to first. In there, a base hit.
Boy, and after a 3-hit outburst in the first inning, they come back with hits number 4 and 5 to kick off the second. Something sure got these guys all fired up.
Everett Cabrera will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Bunt attempt, but this one might have too much on it. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Oh, my goodness. This guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
Gene Segura steps into the box now, and he does so in what feels like what will be an important moment in this one. Bases loaded, high score.
Yeah, guys, and it's always nice to play with that early lead, so we'll see if he can get it done right here.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Bunt attempt, and it looks like a good one. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's now a 2-1 ball game. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Mookie Betts has a great opportunity now to break this game wide open as he comes to the plate with the bases loaded.
Yeah, I'm sure he's been watching closely here, Matt. Always feels great to get some run support from your guys.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0.
Well, right here is where you've got to be smart out there. They've got nowhere to put you, so he probably won't be working the corners.
Sent on the ground out to second. Ibar for 1. On to first, and they get the double play.
Well, you know, nothing kills a rally quite like a double play ball. But this is a double whammy. You've got a double play with the bases loaded and nobody out. They do get 1 run here, but it comes at a pretty hefty price.
Edwin Encarnacion now. As he'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike 1. And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. So 2 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Reds 3 and the Cardinals 1. Chris Colabello will stand in now, and as you can see, he enters play with 16 home runs on the season so far.
Chris Colabello.
A little tapper. And reined in, 1 away. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defense for the Cincinnati Reds. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, we get to watch Derek Norris behind the plate. Very athletic, versatile, doesn't let anything get by him, and also pretty darn good offensively. Any team would love to have him.
Pulled toward right center field. Dickerson is there, so 2 pitches and 2 outs thus far.
And he's going right through him here in the second. That's 2 pitches and 2 outs. And, you know, quick innings like this early on, that can really pay off later in the game.
Santana's ready. First pitch on the way. Trace Thompson is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. 2 out, nobody on. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So very nice work there by Santana. He's got a 3-1 lead. Corey Dickerson is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. Up top, it's 2-0.
2 really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally, this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Boy, and this is why you're trying to get yourself into good hitters' counts. This is just right down the middle on 2-0, and swinging at this should be your reward, but he decides to let it go.
Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So he's aboard again with his second hit of the game here in the top of the third. And as we take a look at the Reds leaders in that category, you can see his name tops the chart.
Yeah, and when a guy can post numbers like that, his teammates just expect him to produce game after game. He's a hitting machine for them.
Albert Pujols is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
Well, and everyone knows he's slumping right now, so we'll see if that got him going.
Here's the first pitch to him. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
You can tell a lot about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
And these guys would like nothing more than to add on to their two-run lead. Back-to-back hits have them in business to do just that.
Charlie Blackmon stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
From the stretch. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time he got the call.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Nick Castellanos now, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with one away.
And now another base runner for him to contend with now. And as we bring up his line, you can see that's an even 10 hits against him so far. And you have to wonder how much longer they're going to let him stay out there.
Derek Norris could really open this lead up early if he can deliver here with the bases juiced. Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. Line softly toward the hole, and that's in there. Base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third, and it's a 4-1 game.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit. This is out over the plate, and he knows just what to do with it. Drives this one to right field and picks up that RBI from third.
There goes Cardinal manager Mike Matheny on his way out to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Bronson Arroyo is going to come on to pitch here, and seeing as though it's just the third inning, he may be asked to work for a while. Standing in now, Everett Cabrera, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Bases are loaded here, one man out. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Moving under it, Thompson, and that's the second out of the inning. So add one more on the sac fly, as that'll make this a 5-1 game.
Well, nobody's going to confuse this guy with Miguel Cabrera or Chris Davis, but with the runner on third, he doesn't have to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Just has to get one deep enough out there to deliver that run from third. That's nice going.
Gene Segura steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the turning points of this ball game right here.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And with 2 outs, you want to make sure those guys earn that run. Well, don't let them score on a wild pitch.
Line toward the gap in left center. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third. Now a long throw to third, but too late, and he's safe at third.
Just a line drive right back where it came from. He was all over that one, and that'll get that runner in for third base.
Mookie Betts will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Throw over by Arroyo, and the runner back. Here comes the first pitch. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
A little bouncer. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. 3 runs already home here. There goes the runner. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and this is in the dirt.
1 and 2.
And a ridiculous way to end the inning. Not sure if he thought he could pick up 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Reds are on top, 6-1. Hit hard to short. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Yep, another good job right there to get that first out. And you can pretty much bet he's probably thinking to himself, anytime my boys get me 6 runs of support, I think we're going to be okay. This is a pretty tough hole to climb out of now.
Joe Pennick will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this ball sits sharply toward the first base coaching box. It's a foul ball. Chop foul over towards the dugout. And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
To first. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Leonis Martin.
Settling in now, Leonis Martin. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Blackman is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. They trail 6-1. Mookie Betts is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
And here this is one more time on show track. You can see it. He checked his swing there, and I think he did so in time, but you can clearly see that that pitch is in the strike zone, and I think ultimately that was a called third strike.
Edwin Encarnacion will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. Line drive to left. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Well, that hit extends his streak to lucky number 13 now. And that's almost 2 full weeks where he's been swinging it.
Into the box now, Corey Dickerson, as he'll take a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
0-1 count. Here it comes. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
Here's Albert now. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Now you can bet they'll pitch him carefully with a couple guys on base.
Here comes the 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Here it comes, 2-0. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
Well, we knew he had to work carefully with the runner in scoring position, but I don't think a walk was what he had in mind. That's going to make things just a little trickier now with the bases loaded.
Charlie Blackmon will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
First pitch coming. Here it is. This is pulled into right. Thompson is there. Let's see if they test it. And a relay home. And he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't sure they were going to send him on that ball. This was hit awfully hard, but they decided to roll the dice and take a chance to score him, and it's going to wind up paying off.
Nick Castellanos gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And this is lined hard to deep left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Reds will be forced to settle for just the 1. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Reds lead it 7-1. Josh Donaldson will come forward now to start the inning, and with his guys down 6 in the early going, they're going to need to put something together here or risk being blown out.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is you've got to come up with something, even if it's just 1 run. You got to let those guys over there know that you haven't given up, and that you're going to fight them until the last out.
Squared that one up just a little late.
Josh Donaldson is, of course, one of the greatest players in the game today, but before he was a pro, he had a really nice college career at Auburn, the same program that has turned out other greats such as Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, and Timmy Hudson. That's the story of the ball game right there, and that's how it goes sometimes in baseball. The hard-hit balls find gloves, and the little dribblers find holes.
Stepping in now, Kyle Schwarber. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Santana steps into the windup. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. And good contact there as this is hit high and deep to right center. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Around second. He'll try for third. And he is in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
C.J. Cron will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches. So you got to see if you can get him to chase.
Blackman going back. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Number 25 for him on the year, as it's now a 7-3 game. In now, Chris Colabello. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Just overmatched him there.
Ground ball left side. Taken in by Castellanos. Throw gets him 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop.
And as we take a look at his pitch count so far, sometimes numbers can be misleading. You see the 38 strikes there, but a lot of those have been on pitches out of the zone that he's gotten guys to swing at.
Hit out towards second. Backhanded. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. But the Cards do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run dinger. We played 4. It's the Reds 7 and the Cardinals 3. Derek Norris heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. Into the windup and the pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Grounder down the line at third. Donaldson's up with it. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
That's not an easy play down there at third base. You see him have to go to the backhand side there, looks it into his glove, and then makes that strong throw all the way across the diamond for the out.
Into the box, Everett Cabrera. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Shot toward right center. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
And at this point, I don't think you could expect anything less than a 2-hit ball game from this guy. I mean, he's been as hot as anybody lately, and he comes through again here.
Stepping in, Gene Segura. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pitch inside. The throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
That is impressive speed right there when you can still steal a base on a slide step. Wow, that was nice.
Here it comes, 1-0. 2-0. For Cabrera, not much more we can say at this point. 77 steals for him on the year now. The 2-0 pitch. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Swing and a line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
And this is a tough task, facing a right-handed reliever with a good hard slider. He's not fazed by this pitch, and even on the inner half of the plate, drives this one for a solid base hit.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Here's Mookie Betts, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. In to score is the runner from third. It's an 8-3 ball game. So these guys have now scored in each of the first 5 innings. And in case you're wondering how often a team scores at least 1 run every inning, our crack staff tells us it's happened 7 times in the National League, most recently by the Rockies in 1999. Edwin Encarnacion digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat.
And I think we mentioned it already, but that extended his hitting streak. Swinging a hot bat right now.
Now a pickoff play at second, and he's back standing. He's set. Here it comes. Chopped foul right at home plate. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Runner goes for second. High and deep to left center field. Martin looking up. And this one is gone. A home run. So a 3-run shot to left center, number 43 on the year for him, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
The right fielder, number 31.
Into the box now, Corey Dickerson. Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1.
And now, even with 4 runs in against you here in the inning, you got to just wipe the slate clean and just take the approach that you're starting over out there.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Here it comes on 0-2. Hit to short. Ibar has it. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
For Cincinnati, the designated hitter, Albert Pujols.
Shane Green is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here.
Green.
2 gone in the Cincinnati 5th, and standing in, trouble now in the person of Albert Pujols. Outfield shaded a bit to left center, the first pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that 2-seamer to right-handed hitters, make sure that pitch gets inside instead of staying out over the plate. That one ran just a little too much to catch the corner.
Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle.
Boy, and that was some kind of effort out there. Here's a look at it. He's charging in hard, and this ball just kicks off his glove right there. This is going to be a base hit all the way, but it was nearly a super play.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Albert will take the turn and head for home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Now batting.
This inning just keeps getting worse and worse for him. Another big hit here. This one, a 2-out triple, and it drives in yet another run.
Ryan Hennigan will be charged with the job of getting that guy home as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at third. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Now time is called, and a bit of a curious decision here to say the least, as we'll get a pinch runner at third here. Don't know if something's wrong or what. Takes this the other way to right. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
And these guys just don't seem to want to let up out there. And who can blame them? That's now 13 runs they've put up here so far. And that's going to make for some pretty happy folks in that clubhouse when this one's all over.
Derek Norris steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Ready with the 0-1. Hit hard up the middle. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4. Everett Cabrera digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th. Jason Rogers will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Wellington Castillo will come on now and pinch run here.
Wellington Castillo.
Cliff Pennington will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here.
Cliff Pennington.
Swing and a liner, but this is a foul ball. And here's a ball hit in the air. Donaldson is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. But tack on 6 more as they just continue to turn it on in this one. Home half of the 5th. Peter O'Brien will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field, number 14.
Jason Rogers is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Number 15, Jason Rogers.
Wellington Castillo will stay in the ballgame as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Cliff Pennington will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here. Digging in now, Trace Thompson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Due to time constraints, we'll pick this one up in the top of inning number 6.
Leading off for Cincinnati,
Gene Segura will stride in as he'll lead things off here in the Cincinnati 6th. Antonio Vesperas will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Antonio Vesperas.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Thompson moves over, and that's the first out of the inning.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1-pitch out.
First pitch of the at-bat. Skied into straightaway right. Thompson is there. 2 down.
2 pitches, 2 fly balls, 2 easy outs. He's probably out there saying, man, why can't it always be this easy?
Edwin Encarnacion will stand in as he's accounted for one of the biggest at-bats of the game so far. A 3-run shot back in the 5th that's really energized his ball club. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And the pitcher will just run over and take this one himself, and the inning is over. Antonio Vesperas will stay in the ballgame as a new shortstop.
Now playing shortstop,
Leonis Martin will lead things off for the Redbirds here in their half of the 6th inning. Jordan Danks is into the ballgame now as he assumes duties in center field. Travis Snyder is into the ball game as well as he takes over out in right. Steven Sung is into the game as well as he's the new first baseman.
Now playing first base.
C.J. Cron will dig in here with the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
He's been tough to deal with this year. He's second on the team in RBI, so this is a golden opportunity.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. The 0-1 delivery. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Now with 2 strikes, he can put the ground ball on the back burner and really go after the strikeout here.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. 0-2, here it comes. Oh, and he struck him out. A big strikeout there with the bases loaded, and that's the first out of the inning.
Boy, you got to believe he's counting his lucky stars out there on the mound. He's facing one of the best run producers in the game with the bases loaded, and he's able to retire him. And he's still not off the hook yet, but at least that'll earn him a big exhale out there.
Chris Colabello is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
Now, after the strikeout, he can still get out of this scot-free with a ground ball here.
Hit slowly back to the mound. He'll throw home with it. They get the force at the plate. So they're fortunate to get the force at the plate, but they might have gotten a little greedy there by not trying to go to first, so the bases will remain loaded. Eric Ibar will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 3 left for St. Louis. And as you can see, they are way behind. Travis Snyder will come on, and as he's newly entered into the ball game, he'll get his first plate appearance now here in inning number 7. First pitch on its way. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Schwarber going back on it, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall.
Not much more to say here. I mean, this has just been an awful performance from these guys, top to bottom. They can't hit the ball, they can't catch a ball, and they can't throw the ball. Nothing has gone right. They got to be thinking, this one, it can't end soon enough.
Digging in, Albert Pujols. He singled his last time up.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Now here's a swing and a ball hit well out there toward right center. After it is Martin. 1 down. The relay throw, but too late, and he's safe at 3rd.
And this fly ball will work almost like a sacrifice here, as that'll move the guy up to 3rd now with 1 out. Now, if they could just get another fly ball identical to that one, they'll be able to get themselves a run.
Into the box, Peter O'Brien. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Drilled to the right side, and that is into right field, a base hit, and the run is in to score from 3rd.
And this offensive explosion continues. They're now up to 14 runs in the game. EK, you can't even count that high. And I think defensively, you got to be saying right now, what do we got to do to get these guys out?
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Comes set, now the pitch. Jason Rogers is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Lined hard toward right center, and that's in there, base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
And you know the hitting coach right now is sitting in that dugout pumping his fist because that's what he's preaching all day, every day. Hit the ball up the middle, hit it hard.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball one. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Martin is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
Well, you'll see where he winds up making this catch. He goes all the way into the alley to pull it in. There was just no way he was going to be able to get enough on the throw to get him at the plate.
Standing in now, Cliff Pennington, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
And so far, he's throwing a lot of fastballs here early in the count, and these guys have picked up on that, so they're just going up there looking for the hard stuff, and they've been all over him.
Looking to minimize the damage here. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Swing and a liner. Foul. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Ryan Webb will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
Ryan Webb.
Trace Thompson will dig in for the third time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. We'll look ahead now and pick this one back up in the top of inning number 8.
Leading off for Cincinnati,
Jordan Danks will stand in now as he'll be getting his first plate appearance in this one here in the 8th. And that's swung on and missed for strike 1. Here's a high pop-up. Ibar is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
up next for
Sometimes we use the phrase runs coming at a premium, but it's fair to say that none of us will be saying that tonight as we check out our line score. Neither pitching staff has really even showed up. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. High pop-up. Crone is there for it. 2 gone.
Up next
As a manager, you love your relievers to come in and give you plenty of strikeouts. But I'll tell you what, there isn't a manager alive that'll get upset when you come in and get 2 outs on 3 pitches.
Now a ball grounded foul down the line near first. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. Wood into the windup, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one. Albert Pujols will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Thompson is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Digging in, Kyle Schwarber. He drew a walk his first time up. And we'll move forward now to the top of inning number 9.
Leading out for Cincinnati,
Peter O'Brien stands in following an RBI single his first time through. And now a sharply hit ball toward the right side as this gets foul past the coaching box. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Drilled on the ground to short. Ibar fields it cleanly. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
for Cincinnati, third baseman
Jason Rogers will dig in. He singled his first time around. McGee's ready. Here's the first pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a miss here, and the first 2 are dispatched to begin the 9th. Ready now, Wellington Castillo earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. Now here's the pitch. Hit hard towards center, and he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're hitting in the back of the order. You're looking dead red early in the count, kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
To short, hit hard. Ibar with a great stop. And from his knees, he got him. Boy, all arm there as the side is retired. Trace Thompson will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But, hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there.
And, guys, little doubt that the big bat here tonight belonged to this gentleman right here. Edwin Encarnacion. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, I think in the end, this really could have been anybody's award. But what the heck? Let's go ahead and give it to this guy. He's as deserving as anybody.
33 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game MetroLink